All right, let's talk about how to clean pool cages. Pool cages, also known as lanais, enclosures. We have a lot of them here in Florida, but they're around the world. Sometimes there will be areas where there are none, but there's a particular way to clean these, and I'll show you how. So basically, first thing you need to know is you need to protect stuff. You don't want to shoot through the screen into something that you could damage with chlorine. The first step that you're going to do is you're going to water things down. So you're going to go through, and with the X-Jet on a spray pattern, you're going to hit everything green. You're going to shoot for distance. Make sure everything's wet. Okay? You're going to wet everything that needs to be protected, even if it's like something like a bicycle or a shed. Just make sure it's wet before you do your work. Then, on areas that are really bad, you can hit dry. So up here you have all these vines, and you're not even going to try and blast them away with water or anything first. You just hit them dry and you let it sit. It's just going to sit there. You can actually at this point just let it sit so much that you can do the patio. Just let it sit even for a few hours. Let it do its thing, and then come back later and hit it with some pressure. And when you're using your soft wash, what you want to do is you want to use your soft wash from the outside in, so that you're not damaging any of the grass that's over here. You want to shoot in where there is nothing and you've removed everything already. Okay? So when you've done that, then you can hit it with some pressure. If it's been sitting on there for a bit, it should all come out. And here's an example of that. You're just kind of going through, and it might be a bit of work. Pool cages can be a little bit of work, but you can see it's pretty satisfying stuff. People will love you for it. Replacing a pool cage is much more expensive. You have to be careful not to tear it. Don't go too close. A lot of times you're going to be using a wand extender to clean these. But you can see it's going to look brand new by the time you're done. You may not always be able to clean everything. So it might end up you got 90% out. Like in this example, you're going to get a lot of the stuff cleaned, but not all of it. So expectations, be honest with your customer. It will look much, much better. If you've never had it cleaned for years and years, and you should be calling me out every year or two, I may not be able to get everything. It'd have to be removed either by hand or something, and that's something I don't really do. But if you do your thing and you gain some experience, this is what it'll look like. Especially on white beams that you've used chlorine on. Remember, when you're shooting those out, you can hit stuff like this. You got to be careful. Don't hit the windows. Got to make sure those are all wet down before you start spraying great distances trying to clean these. But either way, you can get them very clean. Here's a better picture. So all this green stuff is just going to dissolve. All this black mold, it just dissolves, and then you rinse it with X-Jet. Here's another example. That's before, and that's after. Should look brand new. Before and after. And then obviously you just blast the leaves out, and then hit it with a soft wash. Blast the leaves, and there you go. And that's how you clean pool cages. You do them both inside and out. They're a lot of work. And in Florida, it's unfortunate because it's pretty competitive. But if you're not in Florida, you can charge for it and show some of your future work through the pictures that I'll provide you if you've never done it. But that's how to do it. They can be a lot of fun. And there you go.